Well, the term African booty scratcher. It's gonna be a wild intro, boy.
Come on, man. Hit me,
We're
man.
recording now. We're recording now. But yeah, usually as kids, if somebody was dark skinned and like let's say they was just annoying them, they would just be like, "You African booty scratcher." Like folks would legit say that, bro.
I've never heard of this before. Like, I don't know where this is even coming from. I'm not gonna lie. You were saying like people called you this in school?
Yeah, it wasn't like that was my nickname, but
Oh,
like
Jesus, yeah.
like folk, like it's like some people like they was just like if niggas was joning, like yeah, they would say African booty scratcher.
Wow. Whoa, shit.
Wait, Neil,
And
had you heard the term?
Yeah, very much have. Yeah.
Okay, that's what I was saying.
wow, well, we're gonna start this
Uh
episode off with a big education. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Welcome to Until We Get Canceled. It's your boy Danny J, Sean, Don, and Rob. Shout out to our moderator Lexi.
Yeah.
We in this thing today.
yeah,
Um,
Sirski.
we are Until You Get Canceled. If you hear us back again on episode number 7, that means that we did not get canceled. Glad to see y'all here. If you like, subscribe, comment, if you've done any of that stuff, I just want to give you a big shout out, big thank you. Because we appreciate it. We need it. I've been seeing a lot of interactions with our videos so far.
Shout out to
I
y'all
think I
too.
left.
Shout out to
Big
all
shout out.
y'all. You know what I'm saying?
Big
We
shout
we,
out.
we appreciate
Much
everyone,
love.
bro.
Much love. Comes from the heart. Hold on. Yeah.
Ting,
Yeah.
ting. And I think everybody should go check out our last episode, episode 6.
Hands down our best episode. I don't
I
care
think
what
we all
nobody
voted
says.
this. It was a pretty
Up
episode.
until this episode, that was our best episode. We really not even saying that. We really not because we know the episode before our effort probably we was just tired, y'all. We was tired, bro. We know the
And that
effort. It didn't seem like it was there. If you felt that way, we know. We go back
we
and watch
felt
the
it.
episodes
We
too.
felt it. We felt it. And that's all right, bro, because you know what? I blame our energy. And bro, I went back and listened to that episode, watched that episode. And I blame our energy because of Auburn. I blame Auburn. The reason why I blame Auburn is because we talked a lot of cast, literally 2 episodes back to back about how great they were doing, how awesome they are. And you know what happens when you talk about the Auburn Tigers and you put them on a pedestal and you give them a big hoorah. Yeah, they always come tumbling down. So a
Yeah.
big shout out to the Auburn Tigers, man. Big shout out to them making it to the Final Four. But bigger shout out to Florida for winning the whole national
Hey,
championship.
hey,
Congratulations. Yeah, I
look.
know we talked about it, Daniel. Literally, like we talked about the merch, we talked
I
about everything. Yeah, whatever.
Hey man, look. Shout out to Florida Gators, man. Like I said, that was my team growing up as a child. I still have love for them. So, if it couldn't have been my Auburn Tigers, bro, I'm glad the Gators came down. And, I ain't gonna lie, Houston, I don't know what y'all was doing them last like 5 minutes, bro. I don't know what happened. But
Yes.
shout out to y'all though. Shout out to y'all though. Cause y'all paved the way.
Man, we actually can jump back into that. We get into some sports, honestly, because
Oh
that
yeah,
that's
yeah,
like
yeah.
the bigger sports news right now. Is there any other big?
I
Oh, actually, some
I
bigger news I do want to bring up.
some
Bronny starting.
Oh, I ain't gonna lie. Well, we had some tragic sports news today, man.
Tragic sports
Rob.
news.
Actually, my
Yeah.
nigga Rob,
Yeah.
man. I'll let you take that over, dog. I'll let you take that
All
over, man.
right. All right.
Oh,
So
dang. Hold up.
What solo on you? What solo on you? Let go.
all right, look. So do we watch college football? You know what I'm saying?
You already know I do.
Oh, I know where we are. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
All right, all right, all
Yeah.
right, all right. You know
Yeah.
what I'm
I know what the
saying?
news is, I think.
Hey, this some tough news, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna speed right past it, but LSU superstar, you know what I'm saying? Kyron Lacey, you know what I'm saying? Unfortunately, you know what I'm saying, you know, off, you know,
Yeah, he's no longer with us, man. He's no
you
longer
feel
with
me?
us.
Um, I ain't know how to get it out, man. You know what I'm saying? But it's just tough, very unfortunate, you know what I'm saying? That's really tough. I mean, what do y'all think about it? You know what I'm saying?
Man, bro. I think he's just a year younger than us, I believe, right?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, man. Well,
Let me see. Let me
he
see.
Sean age technically, but he was born in 2000, bro. Yeah, bro, dude, young, bro.
24. Jeez.
He's 24,
I
yeah.
know I know that I guess now that he's passed, it feels kind of like a jab or like a stab to talk about it. But wasn't there like a case that was going on like before this that he was involved in?
Yeah, yeah. I believe he
I
was
don't.
in
That's
like
the thing. I
a
don't know too much about it.
I don't know the full details. I believe he was in a hit and run, and I think in that hit and run he ended up taking somebody's life.
Wow.
So it was like an older gentleman. I think he was like 70 something, I want to say.
Yeah.
So I don't know, man. You know, I ain't never been in them kind of situations, man. Cause I know like per like what was seen on X, Twitter, whatever. They were saying like, bruh hit dude. Um and then he fled, but I think he felt guilty because he still that like later on that same night he just went and turned himself in. And I
Wow.
think
Yeah.
was he drunk or something? Rob, was it what was it? If you
Let me
know,
see. Yeah, because
but
I
yeah,
don't know, because I
while he looking that up,
He was in a chase.
oh, he was in a chase. Oh, dang.
mm,
Oh, man.
Jesus.
But yeah, I don't know, man. Maybe I don't know why he took his life, but I don't know. He might have just
yeah,
been guilty from the situation, man. I don't know. I don't know, man. That's heavy, bro. That's really heavy.
Yeah, like that's a very, very, very tough situation. Like as far as like commentary on it, it's kind of tough to comment on it because like you said, Danny, I've never been in that situation before. Like we've seen situations like it before, like just where not even like people who are in like the limelight or athletes or anything like that, or like celebrities where they they end up in situations like that and like either drunk driving or I guess they try to. Oh wow, okay, yeah, that makes sense.
Mm.
But just like in situations like that, like it's just tough to really say because you don't really know what's going on. You don't know what's going through his head, but it's just tough at the end of the day because I don't know. I guess there's always better ways out. Like we make mistakes, we do bad things, but
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know. And I just really try to stay prayed up, especially for the young like black athletes, because they got a lot riding for them and they have a lot to lose. They have a lot to lose. So just trying to stay prayed up for them, just to for them to keep their heads on straight, just stay
Yeah,
focused,
man.
don't do nothing crazy.
Just make better decisions, man. Just, you know.
Yeah. But I'm praying for his family, man, praying for his friends, because I know they they probably got a huge hole in their heart right now, man. And just big, you know what I'm saying? Big shout out to all the folks who care for him, all the folks who love
yeah,
him, you know what
man.
I'm saying? Because they need some love right now. So
Yeah.
regardless of the situation.
Yeah, stay
Yeah.
tapped in, man, because that was totally unexpected and shocking. You know what I'm saying? And I'm reading right now. It said it was no suspicion of alcohol or drug use.
Wow.
So you know,
Dang.
but moving
Yeah, yeah.
forward.
Any like I guess positive sports news going
I
on.
Um,
yeah, I mean,
let me see.
what I was about to say, Bronny's starting. That's the news I brought up. I think tonight, right?
Like he's starting like for the team, or like he just started like for a
Yeah, like
game.
where'd you get
Starting
this source
like
from?
he's starting for the Lakers tonight, bro. Like I think he's starting tonight.
I mean,
I'm not mistaken. They play Portland, right?
I think it's because their playoff position's already kind of like clinched, ain't it? Like, ain't that right,
All
Rob?
right,
Like,
bro. We can't give him
Nah,
a shout out
I
for
mean,
starting
okay, no,
though.
no,
Like,
okay. You know, you're right, you're right. It
hey,
is
you're a
good
hater,
that
man.
he started, bro.
Hey,
It's
you're
good that
a
he
hater,
started.
bro.
no, it's
But
not. Yeah, the playoffs isn't set yet. Well, hold on. Hold on.
I think he's starting tonight.
Oh, all right. Now, where'd you hear this from, though, Sean?
Hang on, man.
And why are you looking for that?
Because
You know
I'm
what I'm
trying to
saying?
make sure I got it.
Yeah, 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 we know, man. Yeah, if I'm,
Give me a second. Give me a second, man. And see, like this is
no,
tough, bro. Because I could have sworn I saw this news on IG today, and I was like, wow. But yeah,
hey, you might have been sent
Lakers. Bronny
tell.
James Jr. makes first career NBA start as LeBron James, Luka Doncic sit versus Trailblazers. Yeah,
Is
tonight,
that is that
April 13,
is that
2025.
NBA Central or NBA Centel?
I'm on Bleacher Report right now.
Okay,
Come on,
okay,
ah,
get right, get right. I'm on the official source,
okay,
my guys. Y'all know
okay, okay,
exactly
okay,
where it is.
okay.
okay.
All right,
You
look.
Bronny
got me. You
James.
got me. You got me.
So,
Now look, they are sitting like Luca and and LeBron are sitting. So I mean, yeah, but still, I mean,
They
it's
got to get
a
a win. They still got to get a win. So
yeah, it's still a cool spot. You know what I'm saying? He's in some big shoes tonight. He gets to start, so I hope he does well. The game's probably already started right now, right? What y'all think?
It
nah,
might
all the
have. Might
games,
have.
all the games are probably over. I think all the games are over
Oh, you,
for
really?
today. Yeah, I
Oh,
checked before we hopped on the call. Hey, look, here are the playoff matchups, for NBA. Let's start with the play-in. Um, so in the play-in tournament, you got you got Sacramento and you got Dallas, and then you got Golden State and Memphis.
That should be a good series.
Um, on the east side, we got the Heat and the Bulls, and then we got the Hawks and the Magic.
That should be good.
All right, and so the main seeding right now, we got Denver and the Clippers. Then we got the Lakers and the Timberwolves. That's
Mm, that's pretty
that should
good.
be
I like
good
that.
right
Yeah, I like
there.
that.
Actually, I don't know, man. Luca might slice through them.
I like
Yeah,
Anthony Edwards, man.
Yeah, but Anthony ain't got that
yeah,
much
I ain't
though.
gonna lie. Yeah, the team is a little different too. They don't got
Yeah.
Cat no more.
Oh, that is true. Yeah, that's
Yeah, they
different.
don't
It's a
have
different
Cat, and
team.
Cat was a big help. I ain't gonna lie, I really be hating on Cat, bro. And it's one particular series where the reason why I hate on Cat, and Rob can back me up on this one, bro. So, it was they were playing my favorite NBA player is Chris Paul. It's always been Chris Paul. Um, there was one time this was when Chris Paul was with the Rockets. He was in the post. Not Anthony Edwards. Who is it? Karl Anthony Towns was in the post. He had Chris Paul on his back, and he passed up the layup. I'm like, oh man, he's soft. I can't do it. I can't do this. I hate when big men don't do their job, man. Like it just make me a hater out of him, man. Like,
You want him to put some nuts on his neck or something? You want to dunk on him?
no, like keep in mind, like, because I just like like I said, I'm a Chris Paul fan, but like at the end of the day, I just want to watch some good basketball. That's it.
That's
I just want to watch some good basketball. Like, like when KD, if I see KD pull up mid range, I'm like, ah, man, it's a bucket. It's a bucket.
fair. Yeah. Hmm. Okay. I got a question, man. And maybe because we haven't settled this debate because we're talking about sports right now. I want to settle the debate. We got three guys here, so the until we get canceled cast can officially have their vote. Who is the goat?
You want to go first, Rob?
Who is the goat?
Well, actually, Sean, you go first. You go first. Who is
LeBron.
it?
Yeah,
LeBron.
All right, why though?
LeBron. LeBron, bro.
LeBron.
All right. So the reason why I got LeBron, and you know, I'm not the biggest like sports fanatic, but I got LeBron just because of number one, like longevity, the records, the numbers. It's evident. Like you can't really beat that. Like that's just in it in itself. I mean, the championships are there. Um, in different places, it's all there. Like with different people, it's all there. So I don't know. Like I give it to LeBron, like the greatest of all time. The numbers are there, you know. And he's played in multiple generations of the game. So like this has been the LeBron era. Like no one else, this era has not been named after anybody else but like LeBron James. If we say the face of because who is it? I think either Stephen A. Smith was talking about the other day. He was like the face of basketball right now. Like who is that? LeBron James. Like no matter what you say, like if you think about basketball, NBA right now, it's LeBron James. And when LeBron James leaves, maybe Steph, maybe Anthony Edwards, maybe like I don't know who it might be, but right now, LeBron James is the NBA. So if you put it that way, like he's a goat, bro. He's a goat for right now.
All right, I'll go second. Now we're talking about like, cause all right, to be honest, like this whole like the whole GOAT debate is like it's opinionated, all right? So it's just
Come on, man. No, man. Don't
like
give
it's
me
a
no discourse, man.
cause it is, cause you gonna have people that's gonna say Kobe, you gonna have people that's gonna say MJ, you gonna have people that's gonna say LeBron. You feel me? But like All right, like Kobe, Kobe is Kobe is a goat. You know what? I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do that.
Come on, man.
I say LeBron because you know what I'm saying. Like I feel like you can put LeBron on any team, and he can try to make it work. Like no cap. Like I feel like he'll figure out a way. Like I'm not saying Michael can't. You know what I'm saying? But like I don't
He
know.
can't.
Like look,
He can't.
go ahead.
No. I'll just agree with you. I don't think he could.
Like you know what I'm saying? Like LeBron, like LeBron is literally like one of a kind. Like you know, and there's many of them in the NBA, but like LeBron is one of a kind where you could put him on any team, and I feel like he can make it work. Like try to make it work within himself. Like prime example, uh, 06, oh 07. You know what I'm saying? That year he had took that team. Y'all, if y'all go look at the stats of that team, nobody. I'm talking about the second person probably averaged 12 points. Like everybody else was lower than that. Like LeBron averaged 25 that year and took him to the finals. Took that roster. You know what I'm saying? Like that team was trash. You know what I'm saying? And like he did it. You feel me? Like and I mean just his accomplishments, bro. Like for you to be a person that looks to pass and you still have like the most points scored in the NBA is crazy. Like you're not a score first player. You know what I'm saying? Like that's just talented to
It's
me. You know
crazy,
what I'm
bro.
saying? But Danny,
All
what you
right.
think?
So I ain't gonna lie, y'all. Up until I say 2020 or 2021. When did the Lakers win the bubble? Was that 2020 or 2021?
I feel like
It'll
it
be
was
2020.
yeah,
2020.
I think
Oh,
around there, yeah.
okay, yeah. Up until 2020, my GOAT was Kobe being Bryant. And my reason why he was my GOAT is because he's probably the most relentless scorer I've ever seen. And when I say relentless, I don't mean like KD. KD is a the most efficient scorer I've ever seen. Like he might just shoot the ball 12 times, but he got 35 points. Like I ain't talking about that. Kobe gonna jack them shots up. He gonna have 81. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? And he would just like will his team to win. That's why and then the thing when he was playing, I hated him. I really hated Kobe. I'm like, man, I can't stand it. But like when you really like watch back and look at what all he did, bro, one of the goats. But for me, when Brown won that ring for the Lakers, it kind of solidified some things. I'm like, yo, bro, I've been watching this dude since I've been four. And for a span, y'all from when we was in, this is about to be really crazy, y'all. From when we was in fifth and fourth grade up until like our sophomore year of college, he was in the finals like every year.
That's different, bro.
Yes,
That's
10
That's
years
really
different.
straight,
crazy.
right? That's like that's
That's
crazy.
different.
Like, and
That's
then
crazy, bro.
like I'll piggyback off what Neil said. He has the most points in NBA history, and he's a pass first player. He is a
Crazy,
pass
bro.
first player, and he has the most points in NBA history. Just, uh, just I don't know, man. And then like the teams he took to the finals. I guess in a sense I'm bashing. I once heard Charlamagne say like he thinks Steph Curry. He believes Steph Curry is a better basketball player than LeBron James, or should be a highly rated basketball player than LeBron James. And I just disagree. I think Steph is more influential to the game of basketball than LeBron, hence like
Yes,
how it's played
definitely.
right now.
Yes.
But I don't think there's ever a chance your team wins a championship and you're the second best player on the team. And for two of his championships, he was the second best player on the team. So I just don't think you can give that to him. And also his first like 7 years, he was dealing with so many ankle problems. Like you can't, what I'm saying, he ain't had the chance to put up them stats, but I can't discount you 7 years you weren't the player you are now. You know
The
what I'm
guy,
saying?
yeah. No, that's facts.
LeBron was like
Uh,
that year one.
hmm. No, like, man, go to
Oh, did we lose Sean?
because people debate over that so much, and I think like there's always gonna be like
Whoa, whoa,
you.
whoa, whoa,
Hello,
whoa. Yeah, you went out for a second.
I did.
You was
Yeah.
you was yeah, you kind of went a little crazy like that. And you sound like Buster
Oh,
Rhymes. But now go
oh,
go go
Jesus.
go go ahead. You can just repeat what you said.
For sure, for sure. Well, I was saying like goat talk is crazy, because Rob, like Rob was saying, it's always gonna be opinionated. Like everybody's gonna have their opinions on who's the GOAT, who's not the GOAT. Especially when you bring it down to like really numbers and stats and like what's what on paper, or even like when you think about like Kobe, like just being a relentless scorer. Like at the end of the day, like it's always gonna be opinionated. But I think everybody's gonna bring up the same three names, which tells us something. Like that tells us something. Everybody's bringing up the same like two or three names. But my question is, do y'all think like in a few years, like we'll be saying people like KD, like Steph Curry, like as our GOAT talk?
I don't know, man. KD and Steph, they low key close to LeBron age, so they might not be.
Oh yeah, well yeah.
So
So
Um,
who's next?
I mean, the next class is like Trey, Luca, and
probably Luca.
yeah,
Luca. Who's the next face of the NBA?
It could be like, I'm gonna lie, it could be Jokic too. Jokic,
Yeah,
SGA, Luca, like,
I like SGA.
cause Jokic, bro, something about him, he can consistently be in a race for MVP. Like he's proven that. Like he's literally proven that, bro. He's already running three. Like doesn't he have the record for the most in a row? Like all
Actually,
three?
don't know.
I don't know. I don't know.
I know he has three, but I don't know if he got them all in a row.
And consecutively, yeah, I'm not really sure. Hmm.
Giannis too. Like you can't forget about him, especially if he gets traded
Yeah.
or goes to a different team. Like,
Hmm. Wow.
oh, oh, I do have a question for y'all.
What's
Oh
up?
yeah, hit me, bro.
All right, so I mean, I talked about I mentioned it to Danny, but um, so Denver, they parted ways with their coach, Mike Malone, you know what I'm saying, towards the end of the
Crazy.
season. Like it's just like randomly too. Like towards the end of this, like I think they have like what, like 9 games left, 7 games left, and you just like you just fire him, and then for whatever reason, and like the crazy thing is, he's the most winningest coach that ever in Denver, right? And like he has the most wins, the most playoff wins. He even brought them their first championship. Like you know what I'm saying? Then all of a
Yeah.
sudden you just fire him. Like
Is there some kind of like
it
is there
was
some politics behind
I
it,
feel
y'all
like
think?
now it definitely is. You know what I'm saying? Like it was after a game, and then he literally got on the mic in the press conference and was like, basically saying something about holding the players accountable, basically. Like, to sum it all up. And I feel like players didn't like what he was saying, but he was probably telling them the truth. And they probably never like had a coach tell them the truth in some years. You know what I'm saying? And basically that happened. I felt I heard that they asked Jokic. I heard they asked Jokic, you know what I'm saying, his opinion or what's his take on it before he just walked out, or before they let him go and he had nothing to say for real. You know what I'm saying? It was more like I'm just still go out there and hoop. Like, you know what I'm saying? It doesn't matter if he stays or goes type of thing. So I was like, damn, that's kind of tough. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah. I
Wow.
mean, like I said, man, I think that was strictly a personal decision. I can't think of a basketball reason to fire your coach 3 games away from the playoffs. Um,
Do you think it
or
was his decision to do it? Like his
the
decision to leave, or was he
no,
like
no,
his
no. I think
mm-mm,
he got
mm-mm,
like
mm-mm.
I think that was the owner GM's decision, I think.
yeah. Wow. That's sick,
Hey
bro.
man, sports man, it's a cold world, dog. It's a cold
It's
world.
a really cold world, bro. Well, okay. Not to shift the subject a little too much, but yeah, I'm about to shift the subject. Um, so while we were on the way to the gym, Rob, I got to asking Danny a question, man.
All right.
And I want to know because I was even thinking about it because it was kind of a tough question for me to ask. Or me to not me to ask, me to answer. So let's say I give you a time machine, bro, and you have one moment. I give you one moment to go back in your life and to change, to switch it up. What moment are you picking and why?
Uh, if I knew if I knew more information like as a child on like I get like travel basketball, I feel like I could have I feel like I could have did some things. So I definitely like the moment where, you know what I'm saying, like, you know, I was really playing basketball and like I like someone said something about travel basketball and I just knew. You know what I'm saying? Or yeah, something like that. Yeah. Yeah.
Hmm. Okay. Okay. Did you ever think about it, Danny?
Oh, I mean, like I told you earlier, we didn't go in depth because we wanted to save it for here, but I'd say I feel like me and you would have the same answer.
Bro, and that's the thing. I was thinking, bro, I don't know if we would. What's your
All right.
answer, man? I want to know. I want to know. Yeah.
Nah. Actually, you go first. You go first.
I go
I want,
first.
yeah, you go first. I want to hear what you
It's
think.
crazy because I don't think we're gonna. I know we don't have this. Like, I know we don't have the same answer, bro.
Okay,
Like, and
well,
that's.
oh,
I'm
I'm
so
saying from
curious
my
to know what
perspective,
yours is.
I think we would have the same answer. But go ahead.
All right. So mine would be if so. I don't know if y'all remember. This was way back a while ago. We probably were like six, maybe seven, maybe even younger than that. But Nick, Disney, a bunch of like different big production companies came through, did like a big audition. And like a bunch of kids in the cities were auditioning, bro. So I auditioned and got a call back. Like, I don't know if it was a scam. I don't know if it was like fire or I don't know if it was really worth something. But I never went to callback. Like I never emailed back, never hit them up, never did anything. Like just because it was some money that had to be put up. And that's why we were thinking about it. But I think if I had to go back, bro, I had a couple opportunities like that. I would go back and at least say yes or like figure out how I at least follow through on one of those.
Over there major.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
actually that makes sense because didn't Nickelodeon have a studio in Atlanta or something?
I
Because
don't know.
I know they
I can't
filmed
imagine
Ned's.
they did.
I think didn't they film Ned's Declassified in Atlanta?
No, that was in LA.
I was in
Mm.
LA. Oh, okay.
Yeah, that was out in LA.
No, I'm tripping. Yeah, one of the cast members is from Atlanta. Yeah.
Probably so, yeah.
Mm.
But yeah,
But
okay. Well, the reason I'll tell you mine, and I guess once I answer mine, I feel like you go understand why I think that.
fair enough, okay.
Um, I wish I would have had the wherewithal. I was a kid, so obviously I did not. I wish I would have had the wherewithal to let my pops know he had cancer early. So
Hmm.
I wish I would have had that where like that's the only major event in my life I feel like my father passing.
Hmm.
I would change that.
Wow. Wow. Bro, I don't like you, man. Because me and Rob are so like selfish. Like we were like,
Yeah,
yeah, I'm gonna
bruh.
do this for me. I'm
Yeah,
gonna do this for
bro.
me.
Like you
And then
could
he's
have.
like, yeah, I'm gonna care for somebody else. What?
I mean, yeah, that's what I thought we were gonna have the same one because you said because
Uh,
I guess it's how you phrase the question because you said
okay.
major event that occurred in your life, so I was like,
Major
oh,
event. Okay.
no, that's why I consider like major. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, I get that. I definitely understand. And I can say ditto. I can say ditto. But man, I'm a little bit because we're talking about you know what I'm saying? We're coming up on the end
Okay.
of Lent right now. Um and the season of Lent is ending. We're coming up on Jesus' death and his resurrection, all that kind of stuff. Shout out Jesus
And on the
for dying for my
third day,
sins. On the
on the
third,
Shout
third day,
out,
come on,
shout out, shout out.
somebody.
that's gonna be
But
majority everybody here next Sunday. And on the third day, he
yes,
rose. He rose.
come on now. But but yeah, bro, just thinking about like stuff like that. Like I think, you know what I'm saying, we all have a time. Like we all have our time, we all have our day. Like it's not even for death, but we all have our time for success. We all have our day for failure. You know what I'm saying? We all have a pre like written destiny. Well, I believe so. So
Yeah,
I guess like in the idea of that, because I feel like we all have like a pre-written destiny. It's just our job to make it come true. Like we all have like our highest potential, I feel. Like, hey, Sean, this is you at your maximum capacity. Everything that falls under there is just because you fall short on some things, right?
Yeah.
So, like, I want to ask y'all, do y'all believe that, like, no matter what, you're gonna fall into like a like if I'm supposed to end up climbing Mount Everest and being like I don't know like down on Mount Everest, like if that's my destiny, like do y'all feel like destiny is unavoidable, or do you feel like you can always change it?
Mm,
Mm.
That's a good
Because
question.
just think about that in like terms of Jesus, man. Jesus literally asked God. He was like, if this is not for me, take this cup away. Like destiny type stuff. Like,
I'll say with that, and I'll try not to be too long-winded, but I personally feel like there's a lot of things in this world that you could want to do. And for some strange reason, God put that specific thing, whatever it may be, on your heart. It's so
hmm,
many things in this earth you could do, or so many places you want to go to. But like for some reason, whatever's like in your heart or in your head to do, that's just what was put towards you. So I feel like, personally me, like I feel like God gives like hints on like where you need to like lean towards.
so kind of just like our job to listen for real.
Kind of like, and don't get me wrong, I feel like there's always some stuff to pivot, and I feel like, and I hate to make it a race thing, but like I feel like with a lot of black men, particularly, it's like we just see like what's been successful, and we think we're supposed to want to do that. Cause
Hmm.
I actually know we always used to have a homeboy. Y'all know who I'm talking about. I ain't gonna say his name, but like he will always just say like, "Yo, I'm trying to hoop, bro. I'm trying to hoop. I'm trying to hoop and everything, right?" And like we would play pickup with him, but like we know like we talk about hoops all the time. It's really levels, and like I'm just being real. Like I didn't even play high school ball, but like I never once like feared like him on the court, like in any way. Like not like I'm scared of him, but like, oh yeah, we can't let him get this ball, or because we've all hooped with people like that. Like, oh man, yeah, we can't let them get going. Like,
Yeah, man. Let's talk about last Wednesday after this. But
but yeah, like I think because he just sees like a lot of people that look like him in that. I think he was saying like, yeah, this is what I'm trying to do, but like we ain't see him working out. We ain't see him, like lifting or nothing. We ain't see him like even when we play pickup, we didn't even see like a progression of Bruh getting better. Like it was just the same, like, and that's okay. I feel like in that consideration, I feel like God probably pushing him towards something, but it's like he blocking it off. Like I don't, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. You know what I'm saying?
hmm, that's a
Uh,
good way to think about it, bro. I'm not gonna lie.
yeah. Um, I, you know, I feel like if if like if that's if it's I don't know like it's kind of weird. All right, so like I want to sit here and say if it's something you're good at, then it's like that just might be what you're destined to do. You feel me? But the reason why I say I can't really say that is because an NBA player said this. Eddie Curry. You know what I'm
Mm.
finna say,
Yeah,
Denny.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Like he said that, he like his favorite sport was football, but he was just good at basketball. You know what I'm saying? So he just kept playing basketball and it got him to the league and, like a successful career. You know what I'm saying? Like, decent career, you know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? But it's like,
That might not
I
have been
don't
his
know.
destiny. That might have just been something along the way. He might because OBJ said that too. He was like, "Yeah, bro, soccer is my first and only love. I just happen to be better at football." And in a sense, that might have just
True.
been like a business decision, but like that might not be his destiny. Like he might real deal get into like what he really wanted to do after this, because like people forget sports, your career is not that long unless you're playing golf. Like your
Yeah.
career, like
Yeah.
LeBron's an anomaly. You mostly in the league, like what at the most, like the average is like what 7 years. I
Yeah,
think
I'll
it
say
might
about
be even
7.
shorter. It might be even shorter for some.
If we're
But
talking
like,
about sports like that, right? Because
yeah,
baseball, like, would you say in baseball you can like your span could be a little longer?
I mean, if you think about
Yeah.
the span of life, bro, like what the most we die like 70. Most people get done playing like 40. You still got 30 more years. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's kind of a crazy way to even think about it as far as like age goes, bro. Like, I don't know. I don't know. Cause I like what you said, Rob. Like just thinking about
I think Sean going in and out again,
just
man.
think working
Yeah.
here.
Yeah,
And
Sean, whenever you come back, you're gonna have to repeat everything. You're gonna have to
Yeah, man,
repeat
they cut
everything.
out.
Yeah, he cut out, man.
Yeah, yeah.
are you guys good?
Yeah.
Hello?
You sound like Wally a little bit, my
Oh
G.
gosh,
You sound
guys,
like
y'all
Wally a little bit.
talking, man. Let me see if I can get let's see if I can
Oh
get my
man. Crazy.
Wi-Fi together, man. Hang on, guys.
All right, you
Y'all can
sound
talk,
clear.
pick up for me.
You sound clear now, but go ahead, Rob. I know. Well, I know Sean was talking about you was saying something.
I think I was just saying, like, I mean, dang, what was I talking about? Uh,
Okay, wait, it look like Sean back now. I'll solo on Sean. Go ahead.
I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. Can y'all hear me, man?
Yeah, yeah, we can
yeah,
hear you. We can see you. Blessed and highly favored.
All right, good, good, good. We were talking about destiny, right? We were talking about just like how things work out.
Yeah.
yeah.
Um, and especially like with longevity in sports and like age. Um, like I don't know because I think personally like baseball is one of those sports you can play a little bit longer. Um, but I think a lot of like these athletes like they kind of fall into a lot of not all of them like a lot of athletes I really do think like their calling is to play sports. Like LeBron James, I think his call like one of his big callings is to play basketball. But I do think he has a few other callings like entrepreneurship. Like that's what a lot of these people have as well. Like when they finish like their stints in the NBA or like the NFL, they go and do like philanthropy things and they go and like find ways to help people. So maybe like their destiny is like just service, but they got to be put in a different position before they get to that point of like you can really like help people, like and I think about that a lot too. Like are you just is everything in life just steps to get to an end goal? Like are we all just working for an end goal or are we kind of building something like what is life, man? I know that's a really deep question, but like what's the purpose of us like living on life? Is it to if it's is it for us to find our niche and go at it immediately, or is it to like try a whole bunch of different things and then we're gonna fall into our niche naturally? Like I don't know. Like that's just the weird thing about thinking about it.
Uh,
Um,
go ahead, Rob. Go ahead, Rob.
oh, okay, 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 okay. I really think it's all those things. You know what I'm saying? Compiled into one. To be honest, it's like I'm not saying like you don't have to um like do a lot of things. But I do feel like I do feel like you have to do some things to experience, like to gain experience in different attributes. You know what I'm saying? And I think ultimately, like you want to get to a like you have an end goal. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody wants to live, a good life when they, you know what I'm saying, at an early age. You know what I'm saying? Earlier if they can. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like every like everyone wants to live a good life, but the biggest thing is like how long it takes you to get to that point. You know what I'm saying? So like everyone has an end goal, and I feel like we have to experience different things. You know what I'm saying? To live. You know what I'm saying? Like to actually live, you have to like experience
Yeah.
things. You know what I'm saying? Like
To learn
Yeah,
it. Yeah.
yeah.
yeah. I don't. That's a really good question. You asked a good question, Sean. I don't know, man, because I feel like I know there's like a poem. I can't think of the poet's name, but it's called like the dash. Basically, in the poem, he's saying like you need to live that dash and live it to the
Mm,
fullest. But
yeah.
I don't know, man, because like I said, God puts some things on your heart, and sometimes folks don't know. Like I found this out. I didn't know this. I think it was an interview with Kevin Hart. He said he didn't know he wanted to be a comedian until like his late 20s or early 20s or mid 20s. Because he said he was working in a shoe store and he was just funny. And then one of his coworkers like, hey, bro, you should try that. Like I think you could do that. And he was just in a sense like in that dash, he's just living life. He was living life and he discovered what he wanted to do. Cause like
Mm,
I don't know, cause you could get caught up in some things. Like you could get caught up seeing what people that look like you are doing that's successful and you could want to do it just based off that, and that's cool. But after like that fulfillment that you got to that spot, what happens? You know what I'm saying? Or like maybe something was on your heart at this point in time, and then maybe older, it's like you get a little older, it's like, man, I kind of want to move to something else, man. I don't, but you don't know yet. So I think like just live to the fullest, and I think that's might be why
mm.
social media might be that quote unquote deterrent because folks ain't living no more. They just watching folks live. And it's like, oh man, that look crazy. Like, I want to do that. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, since you said that, that kind of opened up a different perspective. Like really piggybacking off what you said. Like, for this particular person, um, he got into like a tragic accident, like, in a shooting, right? And he
Mhm.
recovered from the shooting, and then I guess he pivoted and started, not saying he wasn't hooping before, but like he really like honed in on like, all right, I'm just gonna lock in and just like practice basketball like every day. You know what I'm saying? To the point where, he's on YouTube on that 1v1 scene that I be telling you about. You know what I'm saying? So
Oh
like,
yeah, 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 yeah. I know what you
so
mean.
it's like, like just like piggybacking off what you said about like, how you just pivot, like, you just doing like, just living life, and then you just, you know, pivot, like make a little quick change, and now you're doing this and like you're
Yeah.
excelling, yeah.
And your purpose might be in that same realm, but it might not be the same role. Cause like,
Yeah.
I want originally like I wanted to play sports, like I want to be a professional soccer player. Shit didn't pan out. But that just cause like I can't be a player don't mean you can't be in the sport. Like, you know what I'm
Right.
saying? Maybe I could be,
Yeah, bro.
Right.
I'm
Right.
glad you said
Right.
that,
Right.
man.
Right.
Because a
you know
lot
what
of
I'm
people
saying?
give up on their dreams. Like they like are like, oh
100%.
man, I can't play the sport, but like you can still be involved in the thing. Like you can still like if you're not if you want to be an actor, like maybe I'm talking to myself right now, but if you want to be an actor and you're not on camera, like write something. Like, you know what I'm saying? Try
Yeah.
to shoot your own stuff. Like, it's always ways to stay in your field and like to get active, to get action. Like, I was talking to somebody about that today. We were talking about just like feeling stagnant and feeling like you're not going anywhere, like in your career, just in life. And it's a lot about just like moving. Like movement in any kind of way is always good. Like if you're still, you're never gonna go anywhere in life. Like, you know what I'm saying? You're just in a dead pool of water. But if you got a river
Yeah.
going, like rivers always lead to bigger streams. So as long as you're moving, that's the big thing.
Yeah. And also move
Um,
correctly, man. Like, bro, you just see so much like toxic stuff on socials, bro. Like I'll say like in my case, like, I enjoy making music. I could very easily make like the I kill a nigga, smoke a nigga, smoke a nigga. You know what I'm saying? I could that's real easy. Like
Big
from
dog.
the you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Shout out big dog. But
Hey, come on now.
I was just saying like I feel like that's easier to make. Like you could just give me any YouTube beat and then I could just do that. I could do that for 2 minutes that. But in a sense that's like if that's not you, it's gonna be tough, bro, because like you can have momentum in that way. And now you moving in the stream you weren't even trying to go to. You know what I'm saying? Like you
Yeah,
like, dang, like now you don't box me in. Maybe you wanted to make some introspective stuff, and now you can't because you know what I'm saying?
because now you now, yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean?
No, that makes a lot of sense. Yo, man, I'm glad y'all got some good answers, bro. Like, I'm really glad like we're able to really have some good conversations, man.
Yeah.
I do want to
Actually,
shift it over just a little bit. What you about to say?
oh, I was gonna say I actually had kind of wanted to switch it up. I had a whole different kind of um like topic for real. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
that's what I was gonna say. Like, let's switch it up. Like, let's
All
change the
right,
vibe, bro.
so let me share my screen. I'm gonna show y'all a tweet. I can't find the actual tweet. I think it got deleted, but sometimes on Twitter it could delete, but it could still show up on your feed. So I'm gonna show y'all a little son. You know what I mean? I'm saying in case I gotta blur that up. Can y'all see the tweet?
Yeah.
Okay, okay. So it reads. I'll still read it. the main tweet is saying Black Americans don't have any culture is insane. And there is moderator, could you please look up that flag that's in his name? Someone retweeted that tweet and said, "No mother tongue, no totems, no clan names, no traditional attire or food. What is your culture exactly?" And I believe that flag is from an African country. Um, Again, moderator, you know what I'm saying? Whenever you get a chance, you know what I'm saying? Just let me know. Um, let's see. Oh, did she put it? Oh, she looking it up. But
So the tweet is saying that like black people in America don't have a culture.
yeah, well, the
Yeah,
first tweet it was someone saying, um, she thinks she finds it insane if you're saying Black Americans don't have a culture.
mm.
Okay.
And then someone, like I said, I believe is an African country's flag. Um, is saying basically doubling down like it isn't insane. Like y'all don't have like these certain things. You don't have a culture basically in a sense.
That's
So
actually really wild, bro, to say.
okay, so yeah, I just wanted to hear your wall's thoughts.
Yeah, bro. Okay. Maybe I might get canceled, but I hope all the people who are like black and from America agree with me. Like the big thing about our culture is literally built off like the 500 to 600 years of like we know the S word that like happened to literally every like our ancestors. It wasn't people who were like African descent like who were living
Okay.
there right now. Like they weren't.
Side note, Sean, I just want to say that is a South African flag. So
Okay, fair enough.
the guy that tweeted, he is, I'm assuming based off his tweet, he is from South Africa. So, go ahead,
And
bro.
I mean, traditionally, if we wanna go back to the past, like if he's still there, that means his ancestors sold us. So it's his reason why we don't have this so-called culture. But that's another book for another day. But like the big thing is like our culture is built off of oppression. That's essentially what our culture is. Like the American culture is black culture in a sense because if you think about it, like that's where most of the culture comes from. Like like music in America, like it's pop music, R&B, hip hop, like that kind of music kind of is here. Maybe not pop. Pop might be UK, maybe like originated, or is that here?
I don't
Okay, like
know. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not too sure.
Yeah,
blues,
definitely
hip
blues.
hop, rap, like those, like all those originate from America. They're American music genres that are created here, and those are started from like black people. They started from the blues. They started from literally like Negro spirituals, from gospels. So like saying that we don't have a culture is pretty absurd because a lot of things that maybe not Africa, but a lot of things that a lot of different like branches of like the world, like they pull a lot from us. Like they pull a lot from America, and America is black culture, so they pull a lot from black culture and spread it across the world. So saying that we don't have a culture is actually pretty wild. And just because we don't have totems or all this kind of stuff. Yes, we don't have that because we literally got dropped off in a country with no name, no nothing, but just the sack that was on our back and told to go work in the field. So like, no, I don't have no totem. No, I don't have no long clan name. No, I don't have all these like traditional things. Obviously, like, yeah, you're just kind of kicking me while I'm down to say that. Like, and you're from South Africa, so you're where our like culture comes from. Like, that's kind of disrespectful of him. Kind of wild. Yeah, that was kind of a rant, but sorry, guys.
No, you good, you good, you good.
Okay. I mean, I feel like we have a culture. I think like us being able to like have slang, like create our own slang to certain things and stuff like that. Like, I mean, and pretty much everything that he just said, like that Sean just said. I mean, like, no, I mean, no, we don't really. It's like I mean, we don't have the traditional things. You know what I'm saying? Like an African, country does. But I mean, I feel like people. Like I feel like when people like do certain things or say certain things, like they know where they got it from. You know what I'm saying? Like, so yeah.
Um, I'll say I agree with Sean. That is disrespectful to me because all right, what country? Moderator, could you? I'm sorry, I'm putting you to work tonight. Could you look up what country Burna Boy's from? I know he's from Africa. I just want to know exactly what country he's from. if you look at it
Listening to Burner
alive,
Boy. Shout out Burner Boy.
I've seen Burner Boy live once, and I looked at some of his covers. Who he dressed like? He dressed like a nigga from Atlanta, don't he? Or a
Yeah.
nigga from New York. I seen this nigga in like Tim's and like a durag. Like, oh, where else you got that
Yeah.
from?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, so like, all right, maybe our culture isn't as historic, quote unquote, as like some African countries, but it's because it was stripped away. Oh, he's from Nigeria. Okay, okay, he's from Nigeria. Um, he's like a lot of our history was stripped away. So like, and I feel like we should still get props because hip hop, that's a Black American thing. And you see what the music sound like these days? It sound like Atlanta. A lot of it sound like Atlanta.
A lot of it.
A lot of them dressing. There's a Chinese, not Chinese. I'm sorry, I'm not trying to be racist. There's a Korean rap group, and they dress like they from America.
Which group?
Um, I want to say not BTS. I don't know. Um, I don't know. I can't say the name right
I
now.
mean, BTS still got that swag.
Yeah,
So
and
like
also they
they still be
music.
dripped
They
out.
also they music is fire. I can't front on that. Their music
Yeah,
is
No,
fire.
yeah,
yeah, big shout out. Yeah, yeah.
yeah. It's good.
But no, like yeah, like yeah, I wish we could really just like have like a history lesson like podcast. We need to bring a
Oh,
historian on here to
also
talk about just
also
like
also
Black culture.
Asian food. Who taught them how to make fried chicken? And I'm not even being funny. Who taught them how to make fried chicken?
Yeah.
Like Koreans make fried chicken. Like if you go to a Korean spot or a Chinese spot, they got fried chicken wings. You think they came up with that on their own? That's all I'm saying. It was that
Yeah, bro.
it was after the Vietnam War that all of a sudden they was cooking that. Who was over there? All right.
Hey, and it's crazy because a lot of these meals, a lot of these Southern home cooked meals, like literally come from the struggle. Like they literally come from the struggle. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like we eat parts of the pig for fun now that we used to eat for like because
Necessity.
that's all we had.
Yeah.
Like necessity, like that's culture. Like, come on now, bro. Like, who's doing it like that? Like,
And then even then when they
I
would
don't
give
know.
us the chicken, like black folks would eat chicken feet or
Gizzards,
gizzards.
bro.
Like
The yeah,
you
bro.
just get
Like
the
the
main
worst
parts.
parts of the
But yeah,
yeah,
like
bro.
also and there's another thing. There's actually a historical thing that is somewhat culture. All right, y'all know that like the saying like black folks like we over season, right? Or like we put too much seasoning compared to other cultures, right? So
Mhm.
the reasoning behind that is, and actually I can say this, like I taught my mom this. My mom would only get a steak well done because she just didn't trust like any type of undercooked meat, right? So the reason historically, the reason behind that is white people, they would just if we could afford a steak, they would charge us the same price, but they would give us the steak that we know is like it's not good. It's like it's past the due date.
Mhm.
So what they would do is to and black people they would know this. So instead of getting cooking it like medium well or well done, I mean medium well or medium, they will cook it well done because it's like, all right, well, I'd rather eat it, make sure I don't get sick, and just cook it well done that way, right? And another reason why the seasoning thing happens is because in order to preserve some meat, you got to put it in the cold and you got to put some salt on it.
Some
So
salt on it. Yeah.
then then you put the other stuff on it because like a burnt steak, that just tastes like a tire. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
so you got to put some type of flavor on it. And like it's literally due to you not giving us a good meat. Like that's the reason why we over season or over.
Hmm.
Mm.
Crazy, crazy segue. But I wanna I just kind of want to see what y'all think, man. And best isn't the word, but that's the only word I can think of. Best best slavery movie. I'm gonna go first.
Yo, that's so
Django.
crazy. Yo, yeah, that is my favorite.
Django. Django.
That's actually my favorite Quentin Tarantino movie. But to go from what I just said to best slavery, that's crazy.
Come on, man. Like, what?
Bro, what are we here for?
Nah,
What is the
you're right though.
title of the
You're right though.
pod, bro?
You're right though. You're right though. No, it's still I could have that was crazy though. But yeah, no, I'm with you. Django is one of my favorite Tarantino movies, one. And yeah, that's a really
It's a
good movie.
great movie, bro. Like it's a great movie, bro.
What about you,
12
Rob?
Years a Slave is also a really, really, really good movie.
That's a tough watch, I ain't
Mm.
gonna lie. It is a good movie though.
It's a very tough watch, but it's a good
Um,
movie.
I'm not gonna lie. I liked Emancipation. It was cool.
You know, I have not seen that movie yet, bro.
With
I have
Will.
not seen that yet.
Yeah, Emancipation was straight, man. I ain't gonna lie. It was cool. Like had different type of sentimental elements to it, so it was kind of cool. Yeah.
I actually had a friend who was on set shooting Will for that.
Oh, wow,
Um,
that's dope. That's
so
dope.
so
That
look, so
is
look,
dope.
maybe I might be so look, I might be spilling some tea, man. But I think that slap that might be a little bit of what's in Will Smith genes, man. Because he said on set, like, so it was a couple guys who actually had to like hold him. But like some other people on set were like trying to touch him like he was in character, and like so they were filming. And so he said somebody apparently touched him who wasn't supposed to touch him, and in character, like Will was like, "Hey, get your fucking hands off me! Like, don't touch me!" Like in character, and like,
I know,
and
I
like
know, I know. The
everybody,
staff was having flashbacks to the officers, like, oh God, oh
yo,
God.
this was before, bro. This was pre-Oscars, bro. I think
Oh
Emancipation was
my
recorded
God.
Oh, I thought he
Yeah,
filmed it
pre-Oscars,
2022.
after.
bro.
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
It was recorded
Wow.
pre-Oscars, bro. And so I was like, when he told me this story, I was like, wow, Will's got a little bit of a hothead, man. Will's a little bit of, but I get it. I mean, everybody here, like I'm the celebrity, bro. They just trying to, I'm filming a movie. They trying to be out in my space when I'm recording, but it's just funny, man. Think
Man.
about,
Boy, when we play this one back, bro,
what's the,
it's gonna be a lot of times Sean gonna be like, bro, why it sound like that? Yeah,
yeah, bro. I'm, I'm, I don't know how to fight
R2D2,
through this, man,
R2D.
right now. I don't know how to fight through the pain. Can I eat boo boo bop bop? Boo boo boo. What did Mr. Krabs say?
That's
Eat
crazy.
boo
I
boo
thought
boo
I
boo
thought
boo
that was his
bop.
connection. He was really gonna be boo boo bop. Yeah, like you going like in and out, but like we hear you like in spurts. I feel-
Really?
Yeah.
Wow,
And then
that's
when
so
we, and then
crazy.
when we
But
hear
I
you,
get.
bro,
All I
you
asked was, I
frozen.
just said, what's Will Smith's best movie, man?
Oh, best movie. Ooh, man, that's a tough question.
Yeah,
I ain't gonna lie. Okay,
said really tough. He's got some hits, bro.
I don't know, bro, because yeah, he kind of spreads across genres. One of my favorites though is Focus. I really loved him in Focus. That was a really fun movie.
Mm,
But the first movie, I can say the first movie to ever make me cry, Pursuit of Happiness. His performance in that was phenomenal.
that's a bro.
Yeah, yeah.
Great movie, bro. Great filmed wonderfully. I don't know who directed that movie, but they also need like a big salute, big shout out. Because along with Will's performance, bro, that movie was very well like directed, like very well directed.
Yeah,
Um, dang, Will Smith best movie. I know it's a little stereotypical, but I really like Will in Men in Black movies. Um, it's just kind of fun to see him like in a role like that, just kind of like low stakes, you know.
yeah,
Um. But I think realistically, like in his heavier roles, 7 pounds might be the one for me. 7 pounds.
that was a good
He's
movie
pretty.
too.
That's a pretty tough movie, man.
Uh,
And that was younger. That was younger Will. Well, I guess younger in perspective. I think Independence Day was that his first big film or
yeah,
Wild Wild West?
I think, I think it was Independence Day,
Mhm.
bro. Because remember, I don't
Yeah.
think he was the main. He wasn't the main character in Independence Day, was he? He was.
I think he was. Yeah. I mean, okay,
Oh,
maybe like one of the main characters if he
okay,
wasn't the
okay.
main character in Independence Day. I gotta go back and watch that one. But um I guess I'm trying to think about span of his career because I know Independence Day was very young. That would have to been like fresh out of Fresh Prince
I
and then
think,
going into
I think he was still filming Fresh Prince when they did Independence Day.
really?
I think so.
Wow.
Maybe not when it came out, but I think while they were filming, I
Came out in
think,
96.
96. Yeah. Yeah. Wow.
yeah,
Okay. Okay, yeah. When did Fresh Prince end? Like, yeah, I
But he
can't
was
even
in,
spit that one off the top of
but I'm
my head.
saying though, like he was in other movies before that though.
Really?
well, I think Sean was mostly saying like he was the main character. I think.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like his first like this is Will Smith's
Yeah,
kind
yeah,
of
yeah,
like
yeah, yeah. Okay,
Yeah,
yeah.
like what
yeah.
what what did Kevin Hart say? What did he call it, bro?
First on the call sheet.
Ah, bro, he has it. first on the call sheet, bro. First on the call sheet. Yeah, like when he was first, like first time being first on the call sheet. That's
Yeah,
big.
because yeah, I don't know if y'all remember, but like if y'all remember like the Bad Boy series,
Same
right?
year.
The Bad Boy series with Martin and Will.
Yeah.
Martin was on the
Yeah.
front of Bad Boys, the first one. He was like it was kind of Martin's movie for real. Then
Really? Yeah. Well,
yeah, he was kind of
that actually is true because we were with Martin's family. We spent most time with his family. Like Will Smith was uncle. Like that is true.
yeah, he was kind of like the
Mm,
supporting, but like he was just such a star.
such a
Yeah.
good, yeah.
Okay, yeah, my moderator said
Hmm.
that.
Have you
I was right. I was right. Yes. But yeah,
96? Yeah, they
yeah,
were same year.
yeah. So if it came out in
Wow.
96, that means they were filming while he was still doing Fresh Prince.
He was busy, man. He's been busy since then. Like
Damn.
talk about longevity. Like, man, you can compare LeBron James and Will Smith. Easy.
Yeah.
Same career, different sports.
And shout out, I got we gonna sound like a Will
You
Smith
know?
fan club because last episode we was talking about we was talking about Will's rap career.
Really? We're talking about Will that time?
Yeah.
Yeah, we did.
Also, y'all, this feels like we took a week off because in a sense we did, but we didn't for y'all. We did that for y'all
Mm-hmm.
because we love
Mm-hmm.
y'all. Heart.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And I was about
man.
to ask, bro, like, is there any like current events that we missed in the past week? Because that was the other thing
I ain't gonna
I
lie,
was trying to think of.
I
Because I
did
know,
watch the episode and I was like, dang, Neil going over these basketball scores. And, and the championship already done happened. They're like, man, they're good. Yeah.
You feel me? Hey,
man, get out of here, man.
man. It's tough.
But both two for the girls and the boys.
That's fair. That's fair. Well, I mean, look. Since we're talking about current events, we can actually ask, man. Lexi, do you have any current events? You got any news for us? Maybe
Yeah, from the
you
girlies
can.
to the fellas, man.
From the girlies to the fellas.
Yes,
Well, what
yes.
happened, Danny? What happens?
Well, look, sometimes, man, us dudes, we be stuck in our own world, man. And you know what? On this show, we like to give the ladies some shine because they're the apple of our eyes, especially
Hmm.
especially ebony women. Ebony women. Yes.
You know?
Yeah,
Um,
man, we love black women, man.
so I do have some news. It's
Okay, okay.
it's a little, I don't know if it's heavy, but I'll just go right into it. I recently found out some news pertaining to my alma mater. And for everybody out there, I did go to the illustrious Alabama State University. I know it gets some hate, and I low-key be added to it, but I still gotta rep my school. Um, so apparently, Miss ASU, the one that they crowned for the 86th reign, she's having some issue, I guess, graduating. So kind of make it a long story short. Of course, she ran for Miss ASU to be a part of the royal court, and apparently it was some problems around that time that she was running. There are some things that are alleged, and I will throw allegedly in front of there because I'm not accusing anybody of anything, but she may have been allegedly partaking in some spirits after she was crowned Miss 86th and was supposed to be partaking in sanctioned, school sanctioned events, stuff that she had to show up to. And she may not have been showing up her best sober self. So allegedly, that's what happened. And they're really strict when it comes to, I guess, the queen and, her showing up and being regal and everything. So they're not letting her graduate. And mind you, we are a month out from when everybody is going to start graduating college. So she's been kind of dealing with this since August. And everybody else
Dang.
in the royal court, yeah, it was a whole letter that she sent in the administration. It's kind of like telling her that, due to some of her, conduct and not perfectly representing Alabama State well is what's contributing to her. Um, Not graduating is really more so the absences that she accrued from missing school because she was at these events. But the thing about it is, and everybody knows this, I mean, we're on our 86th queen. So, like, they've all missed.
Oh, okay, okay,
They've
okay.
all missed events. We've been doing this 86 years, so it's just like at some point they're gonna miss a certain amount of classes. But at the end of the day, every single queen we've had up until now has never been threatened with the notion of not graduating because of missed classes. And so when they told her why they weren't going to excuse her absences, they were saying her conduct, or her representation of, ASU Queen, she wasn't contributing positively to that image, allegedly. Um, so the thing is, like, I guess she's been kind of dealing with this in private, but she recently put out this like letter on her Instagram, and she has all of the queens that are like coming out the woodworks in solidarity behind her. And the administration isn't saying anything. This journalist on TikTok was talking about it. Buzz University posted, so it's like it's out there. But I feel bad for her, not being able to graduate college when you're like right there. I always tell people the hardest part about college is your senior year because that's when they can throw a wrench in there and cause you not to graduate. And it can always be in the last semester. And this is her
Yes.
last semester. So, like I said, if there were some things that she was doing, where she wasn't positively representing the school, I feel like they should have told her at the time instead of waiting till the point of like now you have the opportunity to excuse her absences and now you're not, and that's the reason. Like, what do y'all think? Like, do y'all think that they're kind of trash for waiting this, I guess, now to tell her, oh, we're actually not going to excuse her absences because of X, Y, and Z? Or should like they have told her at the time? Because maybe she could have got herself together. Maybe she could have straightened up. I don't know. I have my thoughts, but y'all
I
tell
don't.
Man, I'll go
Oh,
ahead.
go ahead, Danny. Go ahead. You
Okay,
go.
okay, okay. Um, well, and by the way, I was a little confused from the start. I thought you said the Miss ASU from 1986, but you said the 86 Miss ASU. Not gonna lie. But all right. 'Cause I was gonna say, damn, they went that far back. But yeah, well, if she was showing up drunk to events, I think she should be held accountable for that. However, though, if she's missing these classes due to school events, then I would imagine the school should be accommodating her for missing said days, I would think.
Yeah, they're supposed to technically because okay, so you have the royal court that consists of the queen, Miss ASU, you have Miss Senior, Miss Junior, Miss Sophomore, and Miss Freshman. All of them have excused absences because they were at the same events with her. So to put that into perspective, but go ahead.
So are you saying that they're not excusing these absences anymore because of her alleged actions?
Right, they're not wanting to excuse her absences, which
That
is
ain't
going to
right.
cause her to fail, if not
Yeah,
a majority of her classes, and she won't be able to graduate this year.
I think you
that's a
should
very, very tough situation.
you gotta handle that in a different way though, man. I don't know, because I feel like those are two separate issues,
Yeah,
technically.
yeah. And
I
they've already crowned the Miss 87, so she's not even the queen anymore.
Wow.
if I feel like if it's maybe based off of like because I know a lot of like pass fails are off attendance. Like if you miss a certain amount of classes, you automatically fail the class or whatever, blah blah blah. But I feel like if it sounds like she had her grades up, I don't know. I'm on two sides of the fence because, like you said, I kind of agree with Danny. I feel like if you're alleged doing misconduct, misuse, you should be held accountable, right? That's fair. But
Yeah.
I don't know if just because she had a responsibility, like a big high responsibility on campus, and she fell short in that responsibility, that her graduating should be affected by that. If that makes
Yeah.
any sense. I get you're in
Yeah.
representation of the school, but like this is a diploma that I paid for. I've done my classes. Like, yes, I know the excuses, the attendance, but I feel like at this point, if you're gonna be like, hey, the time that you spent as queen is invalid because of what you did, then just look at the grades. Like just look at the grades, take the attendance away and just look at the grades. If I'm passing, failing, look from
Yeah.
there. But I don't know. I don't feel like you should hinder her graduating
Yeah.
because of that, especially in her last semester. That's kind of tough. That's
Yeah,
kind of
by
tough to do.
by all means, strip her of Miss ASU, if anything.
Yeah, like hold her accountable. Like hold her accountable, but
That's
give her some grace, like a little bit, just a
Yeah,
little
you
bit.
can't take her graduation away, man. You know.
yeah.
Yeah, that's tough.
And I guess it's because like Sean said, like, look at her grades. She actually passed all of her classes. She passed every test. She did her homework, projects, whatever, which is a pretty amazing feat. I back at my old college was propositioned to run for their queen position, but I knew what it entailed. You are up at sometimes 6 a.m. to go to events that start at 8 a.m. Sometimes you're traveling out of the city to go to other HBCUs. You're meeting other queens, other colleges. Y'all are attending conferences, retreats, workshops, and you're trying to do stuff on campus. You're going to every game. So imagine you're doing all of these things, which by itself is a job, full-time job, and you're a full-time student. And she was online in a sorority. She's a Delta. And that requires a certain amount of like dedication and time. So she's clearly put forth more than 100%, 110, 20, 50, whatever.
She needed
But
that drink. Shit.
Yeah, I was gonna say the
Damn.
same thing, Danny. I was like,
Damn, she
damn,
needed
she
that
needed to
drink.
damn take a drink, man.
yeah,
Damn. Y'all
Give
got
her
her up at
another
6
shot, man.
a.m. Give her a
Shit.
shot. Give her
Hey man, hey man,
some
we gonna
Don
bring on we
Julio.
gonna bring on the pod, man. Somebody talk to her, man. We need to bring on the pod, man.
And we're gonna have
I want to
Cavassier
hear her.
waiting. We're gonna have Cavassier
I
just
want to
like on
hear
the
her
side.
story, man. I want
yeah,
to hear
Yeah.
her story, bro. Somebody, they can get in contact
Damn.
with her, get
She
her on the
doing that
pod,
and she a
cause
Delta. She got a step later. She need a drink.
she
Yeah,
busy, man. She need a drink. She need, man. That tequila
going
shot ain't doing
tough.
nothing to her, man. She sweating that out. Come on,
yeah.
y'all.
She is doing a lot. She started a praise dance team at ASU too.
Oh,
Like she started clubs.
oh man, look at her.
What?
Yeah,
What
let's
I'm
have her
talking
on,
about?
y'all. Can we disclose her name? Is she?
Oh yeah, her name is
Do
Erin
you know
Carter.
her?
I don't know her. Um,
Aaron Carter.
Erin
Aaron Carter. Do I know her?
Carver,
I
like
don't know.
Carver.
Carver.
Oh,
Carver?
Carver.
Oh no, no.
Yeah. Um,
Well,
no,
man, let's get on the pod. I want to hear her story. I would love to. You think she'll get on? You think she'll hop on for us?
I don't know because I don't know if this is like also I think they have some legal
Let's wait till she graduate before we get on.
yeah,
Let's
I
wait till.
would.
Well, let's pray. Let's pray that they go ahead and let her graduate, man, because that's huge. I hope she is taking some sort of legal action,
I ain't gonna lie.
because
I
man,
would
she
be
didn't pay her
petty.
money.
I would be petty and get my like if they did try to like take a graduation away, I would be petty, get all them stuff to transfer to a different school, and I just graduate with them. I just
Yeah,
be petty like that.
and I thought about that, but I guess because like this girl has put in so much time and energy at Alabama State, like she's really poured into them. And even when she was the queen and she was trying to bring them initiatives, they were turning her down, according to her letter.
Dang.
And it was a lot of other things that they just weren't doing. And I don't know. I mean, also though, this is alleged. Please, I got this from a source, and I hope she does not whoop. I might bleep for saying this,
Shout out
but
Lauren LaRosa. Okay, Lauren LaRosa, the exclusives.
Nasty,
so,
nasty.
um, so apparently one of the girls that was trying to run for queen at one point, she ended up being on the royal court later. Apparently, this girl's team, I'm talking about Erin, apparently her team was like ripping posters of this other girl and sabotaging her campaign and like really doing some shady stuff while they were both running for the same court position. Again, this is alleged. Now, the girl where I got my source from, she told me who told her, and they have pictures and proof. I'm saying alleged because I'm not going to be getting sued. I don't want y'all to be getting sued by nobody. We're not accusing anybody anything, but it's just alleged that this
I ain't gonna lie
girl,
to you, Alexa. They could sue us. I don't know what they gonna get.
They not getting not a
right,
damn thing,
I
man.
don't know
you're
They
what they
not
getting
gonna
getting much
get.
out of me, baby, but
Zilch.
They
yeah,
getting
like
Nathaniel. They're getting
what?
Nathaniel.
Nathan.
What? So what you said is Erin, the girl who we were just talking about her team was the one tearing posters, or the other
Yeah,
team was tearing Aaron's posters?
her team was tearing the other girls' posters.
She was probably
Mm.
Oh,
doing that while she was drinking. So, because she was
Well,
so
see,
I ain't gonna
that's
lie
full.
the
though,
thing.
like
hey
That's the
man,
thing, and we
oh
can't.
tequila shots in. I'm gonna tear some posters too, bro.
We are not saying a disclaimer. I don't know if she was drunk. This is alleged. We don't
Oh yeah,
know.
yeah, no, I don't know either. That's what I'm saying. Allegedly.
Well, you have to make sure you say that.
video
You
game
have to say
terms.
that. You
In
can't.
video game terms, like GTA face. GTA. And look though, hey, look though, I'm just saying though, let's play devil's advocate. Let's be like Sean
Oh,
here.
Yeah,
come
Sean
Hey,
love
on,
Sean
Oh,
love that
he
devil's
loves
advocate.
playing
look.
let's
devil. Go
go.
ahead.
Look, hey, that's what I'm saying. So look, what if that was karma? Like that happening
Hmm.
to her because the team did you
Oh
know what
yeah,
I'm
yeah, yeah,
saying?
yeah, yeah.
Maybe,
That could be.
Hmm.
maybe,
It
you know what
could
I'm
be.
saying?
It
Could
could
I
be.
be
I
Maybe.
don't know if that's
alleged
advocate Neil.
karma
That might be
for
devil's
alleged
schedule.
team's actions.
That might be Devil's who?
Schedule. I don't know if that was devil's advocate.
Oh,
That might be devil's schedule.
I ain't
They
Jesus.
gonna
did
lie.
that.
That I mean that is a
Bingo.
big yeah. That's a big piece of karma right there. I ain't gonna lie. Like
That's getting hit by a truck with karma.
Hey,
Yeah.
karma ain't always equal.
Jesus.
Karma is not always
Listen,
equal.
man, the
hey,
Bible says you reap what you sow, so you don't know how you gonna sow it. I mean,
Yeah.
don't know how
Yeah.
you're gonna reap it either.
true.
Once you sow it, you reap it. Don't know how it's gonna happen. But I mean, if this is her alleged karma for her team's alleged actions, that's
I
just, as
also
my best friend says, that's jazz music.
oh my God.
Shout out to her. You
Oh
know
my
what I
God.
mean?
Hey, anyways, I ain't gonna man.
I mean,
Okay.
it
But
is.
but I ain't gonna lie, I actually who I feel the most bad for in this situation though is the 87th Miss ASU. Because it's kind of like you didn't
Yeah.
get to enjoy your like
Yeah. This her
run
moment. Yeah.
if
Her
she's
name is Sydney,
graduating.
right? Sydney. I don't know her last name.
Arson, I think, something like that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
if this is
I did
also
hear
her,
it.
if this is also her senior year, I would feel bad because it's like, dang, I didn't get to really enjoy this, and then it's like I got this after some controversy, so like it kind of puts like that asterisk on it, and
Mm,
I that
Yeah.
out of this situation,
mm.
like who I feel the most bad for is her.
Shout out
Um,
Sydney, man. I don't know your last name.
See, the thing about Miss ASU 87th, this is just the beginning of her reign. The good thing about it is she is a junior entering into her
That's
senior.
good. That's good. That's good.
So she is not going to be fully affected by this, but it is a lot of
Oh,
controversy around the royal court and around Miss 86th, which is unfortunate because, again, like at the end of the day, if we're just going to keep it a buck, this is student government. Okay, we're not talking about ruling countries here. We're not talking about that. Like, granted, student government can do a lot on a college campus more so than a high school and on down, but it's still students, not really running each other, but trying to make the
Yeah, it look
college
good on a resume. Yeah, yeah,
place.
like Rob
Yeah,
said.
it looks really good when you're trying to get into the political world because you know how to run, that whole thing. But I just don't think it's that serious to be preventing the girl from graduating. And that's
no,
like
Yeah, yeah, I
no.
agree with that.
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
the end all be all. You know what I'm saying? If she was showing up drunk, man, you should have gave her a breathalyzer test, slapped the warning on her wrist, and told her, "Do it again, I'm taking your crown." Okay?
Yeah,
I
I
mean,
wonder how many drunk warnings there were. Do you think like it was the third one or the fourth one? Or
I
it was
don't
like,
think they even gave warning. They probably didn't even give a warning.
they probably
And
didn't give her any
and
warning.
like was she like sloppy on the ground drunk? Like was she like throwing
Listen,
herself away drunk or like
listen.
what was it? Like
I can't say that because I literally don't know. Again, like this is all alleged that she could have possibly not been sober. We don't know what she wasn't sober with. Like, we don't know what she was intoxicated. It could have been drugs, could have been alcohol, it could have been anything. But imagine, you're getting ready to do something. You're amongst royals. Like, imagine the freaking Queen Elizabeth showing up drunk off her ass. Like, people would notice and they would feel some type of way because her crown
and we
tilted
not gonna say nothing. We
and
not
she's
gonna say nothing to Queen Elizabeth. We not gonna say
true,
nothing to her because she the
true.
queen.
And they probably didn't say anything to her at the time because they didn't want to make a scene. But the thing is, like, when you've been around enough drunk people, you know when somebody's drunk.
yeah,
Or
and
if
you
you're
could probably
around
smell
enough
it
high
on them
people,
too.
Yeah.
you know when somebody's
Yeah.
high. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like maybe. whatever her choice of, you know, spirits were, um, it was noticeable and they had a problem with it. But again, like I said, I don't think it's something. I mean, I just hate this for her because I think she may be wanting to sue the administration or something like that. I don't know. Allegedly. I'm just gonna throw allegedly in there because I don't know. But like I wouldn't be surprised if she tried to sue the administration because they're not giving her a clear explanation and they're not letting her
Hmm.
go. It's just stupid. It's just stupid. So that was my news for this week. Oh, and also I do want to say one last little tidbit. If you haven't seen it, please go see Woman in the Yard. I was thoroughly confused but intrigued at
Yeah,
the same
yeah,
time. It
yeah,
wasn't bad, but it's not what you think it is. Like whatever you think it's about, have no expectations when you go in there. Okay, that's it.
yeah. I ain't gonna lie. Hey, shout out to Alexis for saying that. No cap. Woman in the
Oh, you
Yard
saw it?
is a
You saw it?
yes. A Woman in the Yard is a good movie. I want you guys to, also take a gander at that because,
Can't
like,
do
I'm
it.
not, look, I'm not gonna
Can't do
lie,
it.
look. I
You
understand.
little
But
bitch.
it's really not like that though. Like the point of it at the end is gonna be like, oh, okay, cool. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, it's kind of a slow burn, kinda. You know what I'm saying? Kinda.
Hmm.
You
All
know what I'm
right,
saying?
now to keep it on topic, but change the topic. Realistically, if a random woman was in your yard and she won't move, what's your next move?
She getting these hands.
I'm not going out there like, you know what I'm saying? Talking about, hey, and let's just say I do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm definitely not finna be like, hey, hey, like I'm not finna keep talking to him. If I let out a good yo and you don't say nothing, I'm going back in the crib, G. Like I'm going back in the crib and I'm calling the cops or something. Like I'm not finna keep talking to you, bro. Like if you're not if you're not talking to me, bro. Like
I
I'm
don't
not.
interrupt, but
Yeah.
I just want to say, and I'm not trying to give it away, but like just to put in perspective, if you're gonna give this scenario, think about you having no power whatsoever.
I
Okay.
have a known power.
You have no power. Like you have no electricity. You cannot call out, cannot get calls in, and this woman's in your yard.
Hmm.
Okay,
Get these
okay.
hands.
Yeah, see, I'm with Sean on that one, man. And that might sound stupid, but
It's not.
this is where I'm coming from. Um,
I gotta protect myself, bro.
Now mortgage rates are too high. And I just feel like the fact that you own my property for this long and you just feel as if you can stay here, I'm gonna get upset. And at this point, like that ghost shit, I'm not caring about it no more.
Hmm.
You intrude in me. So somebody gonna die. I didn't say it was gonna be her, but somebody gonna die. That's all.
Somebody gonna be up out of here. I seen too much supernatural. I done seen too many ghost movies, bro. I know how to go and handle them. I know how to go and handle them. So yeah, like no, it's not going down. I do want to see it. I do definitely do want to see it. I'm very excited to check that one out. But nah,
I
like,
ain't
and
gonna
that's why
lie.
I try not to put myself in too many scary movie situations because I know what I'm doing in most of the situations. I'm either running or somebody's getting these hands.
Yeah, like the fight or flight, it's literally one or the other. Majority of the time for me, I'd rather
No.
fight because sometimes in flight, other niggas' flight is faster than your flight. So let's just go ahead and fight and get this over with.
Yeah, and then like villain logic in horror movies, like that's bro, they always just like dis disappear and reappear in front of you, bro. I'm gonna trip and fall and break my leg. Like it's never a good thing to run, bro.
Yeah, I'd
Let's just
rather
fight,
die.
bro.
I'd rather die fighting than die fighting.
Yes,
Because
I'm
yeah,
gonna die straight up because you're gonna if you kill me, you're gonna be hurt. Like you're gonna be like, dang, bro, I shouldn't have messed with him because he messed me up on the way down.
yeah,
Like you're gonna be at least a little. So you're gonna go to sleep thinking about me.
yeah,
Promise,
yeah.
promise you will.
Yeah. Interest rates too high. That's my answer to the woman in the yard. Interest rates too high. Don't be playing this shit.
Where we at on time? Anybody was keeping time, man?
So I started it a little after we press record, but right now, per my time, we're at like 117.
117. How y'all feeling, man?
Uh, I could actually I could bring one more topic in. So it don't got to be nothing crazy.
All right, hit me. Let's get it. Nah, we got time,
Okay,
brother.
so this topic came through from work for me, and it was just like me coming to a realization how white people communicate and how black people communicate, right? And I say the main difference, obviously, I feel like we got a little more flavor and slang and how we speak. Um,
And then the food.
and in food. But I really feel like one key difference is tone. Like I don't think for me personally that I've seen, at least from like people I work with, um, they don't catch tone. Like, all right, what I just said, I could be used in many different ways, right? Like it's something funny, like I. If
Yeah,
someone got you messed up, it's like, oh,
yeah.
I, or it could be like, or it could be like you startled or something. You be like, all right, bro. Like shit. Like you trying to get someone to calm down.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Like we really know like in the tone sometimes like what you saying, you only say one word. And I feel like white people like they just hear the word and then they just get it strictly from there.
Yeah, I get what you're
Just
saying.
don't hear like the okay. I will agree and disagree, Danny. I don't think that's a white people thing. I think that might be just a certain people thing. Because like I talk to black folks and I talked to some black folks today that are completely tone deaf. Like I talk to black people and sometimes I'll be like, hey, like you know how you give people the cue like you're ready to leave or like, all right, where it's time to
Mhm.
go. And then they keep the conversation going. Like I have too many conversations like that. So it's just like them all right, should I be giving like all right. Like they don't be hearing that. So like, no, man. Some black folks just hear the words too, man. I gotta defend. I gotta play devil's advocate.
Okay. I get you like with the not knowing God. I feel like that's a black people thing too though. Like when you was a kid, like your mama say, "Go ahead, get in the car," and then she trying to finish up her conversation, but it go on for another 20 minutes.
Oh
Yeah,
man, I mean we do that now. Like we leave the gym and we walk outside and we go outside and talk for another 15, 20 minutes. Like that's just a black people thing. Like the event is if the event is over at 1, we're gonna be actually heading home about 2, 1:30, 1:45. Like is we're gonna sit there and talk. Like we're gonna have a conversation. That's always a black people thing.
Yeah, yeah. But yeah, that was kind
But
of my.
do you think we stay late because we pull up late?
Oh, what you talking about the black people late trope?
Yeah, man.
I don't subscribe to that, man. Even if I be late, I don't subscribe to that,
Yeah,
man.
I was like, how do you not subscribe to that, bro? You be late.
I don't be late to work.
Facts.
I don't
Facts.
be late to work.
I definitely be late to work. Shout out to my job, but I definitely be late to work. Um,
He said, "Shout out my job."
yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah, true, true.
hey man.
hey, no, don't get me
Hopefully
wrong,
my
bro. When I was in college, bro, I definitely would be late to work, bro. I did. It was terrible. I'll shout out that job.
what's
Ross, shout out Ross
what's
Dress
the
for
latest
Less.
y'all ever been to
You
To
said
anything?
work,
what?
to work.
What's the latest y'all ever been to anything? Like,
One time I was an hour late
Danny, can
for
I
work.
answer for you, bro?
Oh, come on, bro. We ain't gotta do that. One time I was an hour late to work because I didn't set my alarm clock back for daylight savings time. So I was an hour.
Ah, gotcha.
Yeah.
Hmm. I pulled up to church one time, like as everybody was leaving.
No cap. That happened to me too before.
I've done
No
that too.
cap.
I've done that too. I've
No
done that.
cap. I said, dang. I thought I was, you know what I'm saying? Better time
Gonna make
management.
it in time,
Yeah,
yeah. Like
nope.
I literally was
Terrible.
walking in, like I walked in the door, shut it behind me, and Father Manuel was like walking out of the church. Like I was like, oh yeah. And I didn't lie, but people just assumed I had been there.
Yeah, they probably thought you was up in the balcony. It was like, he was
Mm.
been up
Yeah,
in the
so I
balcony.
mean I'm not finna
Now I ain't gonna lie. As a youth, well,
hey
me and
Sean,
Sean, I'll go.
no, I'm not saying that. I'm not lagging again, bro.
No, you're not lagging. You're not lagging. You're
Nah,
not lagging.
nah, nah, bro.
I thought you was about to for a second,
No,
but now you're not. You're not
Nah.
no,
lagging.
yeah. Oh, no. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Now I was gonna say we definitely have like when we was like in high school, we definitely would like pull up after church and just go to CCD. We definitely used to do that.
Yeah. For those who don't know what CCD is, it's just Sunday school.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, just Sunday school for the Catholic kids. Do y'all really feel like Catholic kids are the worst,
Yeah. For
or is that
Lex and
Mormon?
Rob. For Lex and Rob, how do y'all feel about Catholic kids?
I ain't around too many of them. I
I
mean,
don't,
think they cool.
um, I think if, okay, you said the difference, are you talking about the difference between Catholic and Mormon kids, or are you just saying just Catholic?
Like you know how United say like preacher kids are worse, like they'd be going crazy. Like I guess now I'm just trying to take it out. Like, what's the if we talking about denominations, what group of kids is like the most like YNs?
Um,
Oh,
Non-denominational.
um,
yeah,
Non-denomination.
probably.
Because
I probably
that
say that.
that's one of the more popular ones right now. So I think that's just by
Oh,
numbers.
yeah, yeah, fair
Not cause
enough.
like a historical reason. I think just by numbers. That's my guess.
Yeah,
Hmm.
I'm gonna
I agree.
question and say Church of Christ. They are crazy.
I mean,
You have to know that to know them is to like understand their level of thinking and like no shade to them, anybody who goes to Church of Christ, but like the kids, like you have to listen to them. You have to just talk to them and listen to some of the things that they say. They sound like 30 years old. And I don't know, maybe it's
Jesus.
like, yeah, but like, I guess it's just because like how they're introduced to Jesus and God and like worship and church. Also, I do want to say white Pentecosts are probably more YN to me than YNs. Like I
Oh, are
can't
they like the January Sixers?
no,
Oh, okay, okay.
they're like Baptist and um country. They're like country Baptist. They're like um ghetto, like
country Baptist.
red street, we're all wrapped up in one, but like church related. Like they gets down.
Hmm.
They get down. Like church isn't you've not experienced church until you've been around white Pentecost. And like even the preachers preach, they be oof, they're I can say like they are heavier and they go harder than some Baptist preachers. And Baptist preachers are like they say they're like the hard preachers, quote unquote. But relating to the kids, I truly think Church of Christ. I don't know
Hmm.
about
Well, Danny, if the walls could talk at resurrection.
I think it was pretty good, man.
I don't know
The
many
thing
people.
is, we were pretty good. We were pretty good. But
Now
I
some
think
classes
just like if you
before
take
us. Some classes before
that's what I was
us.
about to say. If you take just youth group as a whole, like just every event, yeah, bro, we are Jesus. Like
Yeah, we got a few
if the walls
felons
could
too.
speak.
Yeah, we got a few felons
We
too.
have some felons. But that's all right, man, because God loves everybody. And in speaking of felonies, man, just kind of give us a button on the pod. You know what I'm saying? Jesus forgave a felon on the cross right before he died, and he
That
said,
is
"You can come
true.
with me to my kingdom." So, if you down bad, man, God still loves you no matter what. That's my tip for the day. What y'all got?
Oh yeah, go ahead, Rob, man. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Hey, this isn't a tip, but I want y'all to ponder on this. All right,
Bet.
where do flies go when it's cold outside? Bears hibernate. You know what I'm saying? Squirrels go inside of a tree and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? Where do flies go when it's cold? You don't see a fly or mosquitoes, gnats, and then like, where do they go when it's cold, bro? That's it. That's it. I just want to
Oh,
leave y'all
you
with
just
that
want
to
you
ponder.
want us
Oh,
to
you
think
just
about
want
it.
to leave
Okay,
us.
okay,
Yeah. Just to ponder on that.
okay. I ain't gonna lie. I'm actually gonna be thinking about that when we get off.
Yeah,
Actually,
and I'm gonna Google that one, bro. I'm gonna Google that one, bro.
what
I'm gonna Google that one.
Google search gonna say they dead. They just re up. They just re up
They
when
just
they get a
re
better
up.
one.
They just bought some new ones every year.
All right. Mine, the kind of what we talking about earlier, like when it comes like to living, man. Live that dash. Live that
Hmm.
dash, and then your purpose will come while you live in it.
Wow.
Don't just
Hey,
go with the
man.
motions. Live it. Just live it.
I actually really like that one, Danny, bro, because a lot of people, we gotta stop. We gotta stop waiting for we gotta stop working for the weekend, man. We gotta work for the week.
Yeah.
We gotta work during the week, man.
Also, speaking of living the dash, so Sean said a couple pods ago, or was it last pod? No, I think it was a couple pods ago. You know, I go by the name of Danny J musically as well. So the intro for here and here on out, it will be some production that me and my boy, actually I think I just made that one. So yeah, some production that I made. Actually Mike's recording some music this week. So, we might could drop some like footage and oh, what's so crazy? Whole pod, I didn't even talk about Dreamville Fest. That's crazy.
That
Mm-mm.
is insane. All
I
right,
didn't even
bro.
talk.
Well, look, y'all. Danny is gonna chop together a 30-second clip, and we're gonna drop it right here, Dreamville Fest. And then, yeah. And that was Dreamville Fest with Danny. He had a great time. Hope y'all enjoyed the clip. And yeah,
And
we got
also
you, bro. That's
shout out Sean for the Kenny Mason concert.
Oh yeah, and I went to see Kenny Mason and Giselle Curry.
You, you.
Yeah. That's the footage. Yeah, that's the footage. Shout out, Kenny Mason, Giselle Curry.
But yeah, we both had a
Um,
good time though. We both had a great time.
oh yeah, great concerts, great stuff, man. Yeah, like yeah, we definitely got to make sure we plug those videos in, and also, bro, make sure you give me that, give me the intro so we can go and drop that on this pod too, man. I'm excited to go ahead and let the people hear what you got, brother.
Absolutely, man.
But like always, it's a pleasure for y'all to be here with us. My name is Sean Don. I got Danny J with me. My guy Rob. Big
Say
shout out to our
yo.
moderator Lexi this week.
Shout out
Really
Lexi.
appreciate you. We really appreciate you. And don't forget y'all like, subscribe, comment, share, send to your friends, try to get us canceled, whatever you want to do, man. Because guess what? We're gonna be here back again next week because we know you can't do it. We're gonna be here until we get canceled. We out.